So, it's TheGameImpulse. It's Keith here. This is Tyler. And, I guess it was what, a follow-up video to our Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Because it's Monday and they just released a whole bunch of shit for this game. And they've, release dates announced and all that cool stuff. And there's all kinds of articles on like Game Informer. So, yeah, let's dive right on into it.
Yeah. The one we did before was just more of like what we hoped it has. This is kind of like what it fucking has now. So, like it leaked. He plays Connor's grandfather, Edward. So that's pretty neat. Shit, what else? I forget.
Like sailing around and all that, you encounter all kinds of environments, from Spanish settlements to English settlements to mine ruins, plantations, all kinds of things. So,
the sea is kind of like your frontier in a way from Assassin's Creed 3. Yeah. You can just sail it at any time. You can discover shit, all kinds of neat stuff, which I think is kind of cool. They were talking how your ship, the Jackdaw or whatever, is kind of like another character. It's like almost like your best friend. It's like your dog or something. There's a lot you can do to it, like upgrades and all that stuff. There's you pretty much will always have access to it and all that stuff, which I think is kind of cool because fast traveling in such a huge world would just or if you couldn't fast travel in such a huge world, that would suck. So it's kind of neat that the ship's kind of your best friend. But I think the biggest change to this entire game and the story of this game is that there is no more Desmond.
Yeah, it's
the modern day part is taking a very big twist. You can explain that.
So like you're an Abstergo Entertainment employee, and you're analyzing the memories. You happen upon Edward Kenway, and I know a lot of people initially they were kind of like, oh, how is this possible? I mean, how can they do that? And then, but if you remember in 3, after Desmond rescues his father, William references that they might have been able to extract memories from people and just be able to look at them. So basically, they get the memories from subjects and then they don't need them anymore. They can kill them. So that kind of explains what happens here. And so it makes it more. They also said, instead of it being like a character, like you're Desmond, you're you. You're technically you're like an unnamed associate who works in Abstergo. There's like no set personality kind of behind it. It's you. So I mean that's a cool, interesting thing to throw in there, I think.
Shit. It makes you wonder, are they just gonna keep making Assassin's Creed games just for the new landscape and all that stuff, really, to drive more of the story of the assassins, and there's no modern day story? Like, I'm just really interested in how the modern day part is it even going to play a role in it? Like, are you going to have those pieces or side missions or anything like that? I mean, it kind of sucks that Desmond isn't around anymore, because he was cool. He was a really big part of the whole story. But I guess if he died, he died. Can't bring him back, yo.
Yeah. The other cool thing is they were saying that, like, in a way, Pirates was kind of natural for a way to take. And I can see that, because, I mean, they would talk about the whole Hatham and Connor story, and how if you just go back a couple of decades, that's the golden age of piracy. That was when, they named people like Blackbeard and Calico Jack, and Sir Francis Drake was a little bit earlier, but people like that, they were around, and they were all that. And pirates basically represent like the most extreme form of the assassin beliefs in a way. And so it's like, I think the way that they explained it was like, Edward starts off as a pirate, but then he just kind of becomes embroiled in the assassin Templar War and he becomes an assassin. At least that's what I got out of what they said. I'm not 100% sure how they're going to do this.
Supposedly there is no notoriety system anymore, which is kind of interesting. It makes you think, like, notoriety in the past Assassin's Creed games, that kind of is what made you be stealthy. You know, you wanted to be stealthy so you didn't build up your notoriety and have every guard in the world trying to kick your ass, because that just got annoying sometimes, you know. So you want it to be stealthy. It makes you think, how are they going to make you be stealthy and assassin-like in this game?
I think that would just make it more difficult. Like, even then, it's like you just have to be so stealthy that you don't get caught. And it's also, it increases the difficulty, because, you know, if you get caught, it's kind of like in a way, if you fail trying to do something, I don't know, like, I don't even know what you could fail at trying to do an Assassin's Creed, but if you're sneaking or whatever, and you know there's like people, they start to detect you. You know, you still have a little bit of time. It's like, oh crap, dive in the water or wherever the heck you might be. This game, you have to plan it out a little bit more. You have to kind of like look, see where the people are going, and kind of figure out what the hell's going on at that point. So I think it'll just make it a little bit more challenging, which I actually think would be nice in a way.
Yeah.
A little bit of a extra little challenge to throw in there.
They said multiplayer is returning. They didn't really say much about that.
Yeah.
But they said it is going to return. Wonder how much changes they're going to make to it. All that stuff.
Probably not that much. If it's like the last couple of games, not much.
Because it seems like they'd like to focus on the story.
Which I mean, which is cool. I ain't got a problem with that.
I mean, because when you think about Assassin's Creed, you think about the stories and the worlds and all that stuff. You don't really think about multiplayer.
It's not like Call of Duty, where you kind of don't care about the campaign anymore. It's all about the multiplayer.
Yeah.
So, is there anything? Shit.
There's plantations, which makes me wonder if there's slaves. Probably is.
Yeah, it could be. I just think. Oh yeah, they're bringing back the things like the layers of Romulus, the assassin tombs.
Yeah.
Because like they were there in 3, but like nobody really noticed them, because like you had to go, like when you get the things from whatever the guy's name is, Captain Kidd. When you get his like trinkets or whatever, like that's what it unlocked. It unlocked places where you could go. And then that was what those places were. There were all these little places, these extra things, and you kind of climb around, you chase some guy, and it was basically just like those missions, except I didn't like them as much. They weren't as fulfilling as what's the one, like the library in Assassin's Creed 2, wherever that is, like one of the first ones where you're climbing all the way up to the top, and then you get to
that one was a bitch, but it was fun.
Yeah, so I mean, like, so it's nice that they actually have those back. I mean. You know, I hope maybe like actual mounted combat, because I noticed like in 3 you could ride a horse but you couldn't really fight. You could shoot people from a horse but you couldn't really like swing a sword or nothing. So I mean, hopefully they bring, well, even though it is more sea-based, maybe they'll throw something like that in. I don't know. There's a lot of potential.
Yeah. Just reading about it and all the stuff they've revealed today does make me more excited for this game than I was when it originally got announced. So, is there anything else really?
Not really. I mean, anything else would be speculation. We've already hit that.
So yeah, I mean, this is just the details on what's been revealed so far. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag comes out October 29th, Keith's birthday. Just wish him happy birthday. Maybe even buy him Assassin's Creed 4.
You should. So much. Like,
Yeah.
I would love you. I would love all of you if every single one of you, all 5 of you, bought me a copy of Black Flag, because then I'd have.
Feel free to buy me one too, because my birthday's only like a month after that.
Yeah.